award-winning restaurants, or dining with your favourite Disney characters, or even eating inside Cinderella's castle. But how do you get those dining reservations? Find out today on Walt Disney World Adults Only. Welcome to Highnesses, I'm Dan and you're watching Walt Disney World Adults Only. Today we're going to be talking about Walt Disney World Advanced Dining Reservations. I'm going to be telling you which ones are the hardest to snag and I'll be showing you how to make them. At the end of this video I'll be giving you my top tips for getting the reservations that you need. Before we start though, tell me in the comments below, which restaurants do you have the hardest time getting a reservation at? Alright, here we go. I'll start by saying that for me, when I first found out that I had to make my dining reservations 180 days or 6 months in advance, I found that to be quite insane. How did I know what I wanted to eat or at what time 6 months in advance? If you're a first timer, then you'll be thinking the same. For those of you that have been, you will undoubtedly feel some excitement 180 days out in the same way that I do too. So, reservations are required for all signature restaurants, for table service restaurants at Disney Parks, Disney Resorts and Disney Springs. And there are a few quick service places that also require reservations. Be Our Guest is the best example of this. When they're operating a quick service breakfast and lunch, you will require an advanced dining reservation. There have been recent occasions as well where Pizza Safari, Animal Kingdom and ABC Commissary at Hollywood Studios have also required advanced dining reservations. And finally, Ogre's Cantina, the bar in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, also requires an advanced dining reservation too. Now there are some restaurants at Walt Disney World that do not require a reservation. You'll be able to get a reservation on the day or even walk up and get a table straight away. With over 200 restaurants at Walt Disney World, I'll start by giving you the restaurants you absolutely must get a reservation for as soon as possible, and if possible 180 days out. At Magic Kingdom, Be Our Guest, Cinderella's Royal Table and Crystal Palace. At Epcot, Le Cellier Steakhouse. At Hollywood Studios, the Sci-Fi Dining Theatre, that one goes very fast. And whilst not a restaurant exactly, Ogre's Cantina in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, those reservations go really fast and the venue is quite small, so capacity is limited. At Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, the Treble A 5 Diamond Award winning Victoria and Albert. At Disney's Wilderness Lodge, Storybook Dining at Artist Point. At Disney's Polynesian Resort, Ahana. At Disney's Contemporary Resort, both Chef Mickey and California Grill. And at Disney Springs, Chef Art Smith's Homecoming is super popular right now. So if you're wanting to eat at any of these restaurants, I would recommend booking them 108 days in advance. I've listed these restaurants below for you as well. If you're visiting during the peak times, the school holidays, the national holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, spring break, then you will need to make more reservations. The busier the parks, the more essential the ADRs become. So, there are 3 types of Disney Worlder. Number 1, the Disney Worlder who likes to have absolutely everything planned and dining reservations made for every day. Number 2, the Disney Worlder who will make some reservations but only for the restaurants that are most important to him or her for the trip. Number 3, and then we have the Disney Worlder who just wings it and has no reservations at all. Historically, I've been the dining plan person, the number 1 type person with every meal planned. For my next trip though, I plan to be less rigid. I'm only going to make reservations for the restaurants that I really want to eat at. You can cancel any of your reservations up to 24 hours in advance without any cancellation charge. So make a loose plan ahead of your 180 days mark and then work out roughly where you're going to be and roughly where you'd like to eat. So at your ADR day, as it's commonly known, you're ready to get those reservations that you need. And then in the 180 days leading up to your trip, You can amend and cancel those reservations as you need to and as your plans develop. Dining reservations open online on My Disney Experience at 0600 hours Eastern Standard Time. The dining reservation line opens at 0700 hours Eastern Standard Time, an hour later. For those of you in the UK and Ireland, that's 1100 hours if you're doing it online on My Disney Experience, or 1200 hours if you want to call the dining reservation line. Are you staying on site? If you are, then there's a huge bonus. For those guests staying on site, you still book your dining reservations 180 days in advance. At the 180 day point, you can book for 10 days of your trip. In effect, this gives you advanced dining reservations of up to 190 days rather than 180 days for off-site guests. So, a guest staying on-site will potentially have access to reservations up to 10 days before somebody staying off-site, and obviously more likely to secure that reservation that you really want. Please be aware that this perk is not available to guests staying at Shades of Green, Swan and Dolphin, and Disney Springs Good Neighbour hotels. Making your ADRs online is super simple to do. Let me show you now how to make an advanced dining reservation. First of all, go to My Disney Experience. You can do this by searching My Disney Experience on any web browser. And then when you see it, it says My Disney Experience and Vacation Planning Tools. Click the link. We will have a video talking you through My Disney Experience in the future. For now though, we're going to sign in, so you click sign in or create an account. Once I'm inside, you'll see at the top of the screen My Disney Experience. You hover your mouse over that, you'll get a menu pop up. If you go down in the menu, you'll find an option that says Reserved Dining. Click Reserved Dining and that will take you to the reservation screen. So when you get the dining reservation screen up, you'll see there's a number of boxes. First of all, click the date you'd like to make a reservation. I'm going to choose the 29th of October. You then can choose the time or the meal that you'd like. It gives you the option of breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, and then times separated by half-hour periods throughout the day. So you can choose any time you like, or you can generically search for breakfast, brunch, lunch, or dinner. For the purpose of this, I'm going to be looking for a lunch reservation. So we're going to look for 1:30, and then you choose your party size. It's really important that you select your party size correctly, as this will affect the availability options that come up for you. I'm going to book for 2 people. I then press the green search button, and that will bring me up all the restaurants that have availability at the time and date I've selected. As you can see, we have availability for 50's Primetime Cafe, Be Our Guest, Beaches and Cream, and it goes on. As you get to the bottom of the screen, it will show you the restaurants that have no availability at this time. For example, Owl and Compass, California Grill, Chef Mickey is the Edison. If I wanted to book the Boathouse, I can see that there's availability at 1:15, 1:30 or 1:45. I can click any of those times and it will take me to the reservation screen. The next screen asks you about the dining party. So it shows me as the reservation contact, and then it would allow me to choose from my friends and family list to pick a person, so it will show in their My Disney Experience plans as well. We will show you how to link friends and family in a video coming very soon. If you click the green next button, it will take you to the payment screen. The next screen that comes up is the reservation payment method. This is where you enter your credit card details to secure the reservation. The reason for this is for no-shows, Walt Disney World will charge you $10 no-show fee per person. Once you've entered your credit card details, you then click next, and then you come to the review your reservation screen. As you can see, we're booking the Boathouse, Disney Springs, on October the 29th at 1:45 PM, lunch for 2 guests. It confirms the credit card that you've entered, and it asks you for your reservation contact and your mobile telephone number. On this part of the screen, you can also enter any food allergies or special requests. You'll then find a section that gives you the policies of the restaurant. You have to click You've read and agree to the policies to be able to proceed with the booking. Once you're ready, you press the reserve button, and then the booking will be made. And there we have it. Lunch is confirmed for October the 29th at 1:45. and I'll shortly get an email through to confirm it. Your confirmation number of reservation is also shown here. See how easy that was? Please ask any questions you have below. I'm very happy to help. I guess in summary, my message is to plan your reservations around what sort of person you are and how intently you wish to dine at certain restaurants. As I said, anything that you book can be cancelled at no charge with just 24 hours notice. Overall though, my message is to book some restaurants as a minimum. There are so many great places to eat at Walt Disney World. Do not miss out. Over the coming weeks, we're going to be bringing you a series of videos looking at different dining options at Walt Disney World. Please look out for these. And please tell us in the comments below if there is a particular restaurant you would like to see a video about. Before we go, here are my top tips for booking your dining reservations at Walt Disney World. Tip number 1, plan your trip. So, if you know where you're going to be each day, you can get an idea of which restaurants you may wish to eat at. If you do make a plan, you can always change it, and of course you can cancel those reservations. Tip number 2, be up and ready for when those ADRs open at 6 AM EST. Tip number 3, prioritise the restaurants that are most important to you or that are the hardest to get reservations at, and book these first. They will go fast. Tip number 4, book them backwards. This is because there'll be greater availability later in your trip. So, your day number 1 will be somebody else's day number 10. They will have had access to those reservations on your day 1 10 days before you, and that's thousands of people. So if you start making reservations from day 10 or the last day of your trip, you will find that there are more options available to you, as fewer people will have had access to those reservations before you. Please let me know what you think of this video. Was it helpful? Did you learn anything? And please give us your top tips below in the comments. For now though, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give me the thumbs up. If you like our new channel, please subscribe. And if you'd like to know when our videos are being released, please also click the bell. Finally, if you're not a member of our fantastic Facebook group, please click the link below. In the meantime, remember, never grow up.